Hey YouTube, it's Tevis again. Just thought I would give you an update on the greenhouse, the global buckets, and maybe the urban chicks, and see where we go. See how much time it takes. Anyways, the tomatoes in the buckets in the greenhouse are doing amazing. These are the silver firs, and they are coming closer to the end of their lifetime. Not a lot of growth left on them. Lots of the fruits are starting to set. And it's going pretty good that way. We've been eating lots of tomatoes off of here already, so that's been great. And and then these two jalapenos in the buckets here, I moved them because they just weren't getting enough sun where they were on the other side. So now they're getting more light and they are starting to bloom a lot better and doing substantially better. And in the background is the blonde Kofchen tomato. It's absolutely loaded all over it. Nothing is ripening just yet, but that's okay. And I'm gonna back up as far as I can and scroll up, and this is all blonde Kofchen, all of that. Yeah, it's gone crazy. So that's in one of the global buckets, and it's doing well. And I'll just keep on scrolling along here. One of these Stupichkas here is just not really happy. It just is not happy. It's not taking water all that much. It's still growing at the tops, but the bottoms are saggy and unhappy. Some of the fruit is starting to get ripe on it though, so that's good. And then we have, what do we have down here? We have a lemon boy, which is down out of the sun, so it's a little stunted and a little behind, but whatever, that's fine. And behind it is the unknown. I have no idea still what this tomato is. It was a gift, and it's got some pretty decent sized fruit on it. Nothing has ripened yet, so haven't tried it. And next door to that is the other Stupichka, and I don't know if you can see back in there, but there's a bunch of ripe ones, and we've been eating a lot of tomatoes off of this plant, and it's doing really well as well. But by far and away the best plants in here are the Russians. These guys are crazy. They're taller than me, and the fruit on them is gigantic. I'm just gonna try and zoom in on this guy here so you can see that that is big fruit. Yeah, big fruits. So I'm pretty excited about that. These plants are huge. They are just huge, and they're taking over everything. They're growing up in behind the plastic on the roof, and yeah, they're just out of control. So I'm gonna have to tie them up and do a little more work to them. Anyways, we'll keep on going here. The next thing is the Akin Jaguar, or I'm not even sure how you say it, peppers. Lots of blooms over the last while. Didn't get a lot of fruit setting on them. Then I was watching a video, I forget who it was, Praxis maybe, who was saying that when fertilizing peppers to be really gentle with them because it's easy to damage or break the female parts of the flowers. And I have been hand pollinating most of these, and nothing was setting for a long time. So then I started being really gentle with a Q-tip when I was doing it, and now I have quite a few fruits setting. I've got one right here, and another one right here, oops, there, and something growing here, and up here, and here, and I've got a decent sized one coming here now finally. So they're doing good. The cucumbers behind that are kind of getting choked out by the Russian tomatoes, so it's a little crazy. Basil is doing okay. It's not getting enough sun, so I'm gonna have to rethink that a little bit. And this other basil is not getting any sun because of this unknown, I think what might turn into a pumpkin maybe. Lots of blooms on it, but only one female has bloomed so far, and that's way up here on the peak of the roof. There it is. So thinking that that's a pumpkin, and then it keeps on going. So I've got to tie this guy up again. And behind that we have another cucumber which has reached the peak as well, and it's doing pretty good. Starting to get some browning on the leaves, which means I'm probably not feeding it well enough right now, so I've got to step that up a little bit. Then I've got my 2 Martino Roma tomatoes, and for the first time ever growing these, I'm finally getting good fruits. The last couple years I have just had them in regular soil buckets, nothing special, and haven't gotten much, just a few small like cherry sized fruits. But this year we're doing a lot better. There's a few Romas, so they're in good shape now too. And then finally the Cow Wonders. This one plant that was eaten off by the mice is thick stalk, but it's really short and compact, but there is a bunch of stuff going on in there. And the other one is quite tall and has 1 pepper so far, just one stunted little pepper. Not sure why, but anyways, that's that. And maybe we'll head on outside. Here are a few of the other peppers that I planted out just recently in buckets. They're doing pretty good. They've doubled or tripled their size since I planted them out. But I'll save the rest of this for a garden update. I thought I would just show you the chicks for a bit, see how much they've grown, and they are right over here. Oh, they're all up on the roost. So, there they are. They don't look like much, but when they stand beside the banties, they are quite large. We think one of them is a rooster because we've had some strange squawking going on, but can't identify who or what or anything yet. But we'll keep looking. So anyways, I'll just film them for a minute here and say goodbye. Well, it's really hot out here and they're not doing much, so I think I'll say goodbye and we'll talk to you later.